I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So the other day, my good friend Ady, who organises the Herbie's Diner breakfast meets, got in contact with me because he's changed his handbrake cables, but he can't seem to get it to work now. So I said, no drama mate, I'll come up and we'll see what we can do and hopefully we can fix it. So I'm just heading there now. He says he's got a couple other parts to change as well, so we'll see what he's got when he gets there. And obviously, I'll bring you guys along with me. If you're up this early on the weekends, you've got to get a McDonald's breakfast. It's just the law. Right, so we've arrived at Ady's. You probably recognise this car from the Herbie's Diner meets. There's been quite a few additions recently during the winter and lockdown. He's actually got these new seats in. Right, so quick plan of action. Ady's gonna whack off the wheels and we're gonna have a look at these handbrake cables, see why they're not holding. Right, so the drums are off now, and I think we can see the problem. These handbrake levers are sitting too far forward. They need to be sitting quite far back in the shoe. I'll whack up a picture of mine when I've done mine. So as you can see there, as soon as the handbrake's lifted, it will just butt up there. So we're going to try and slacken it and then get these adjusted up accordingly. Right, so we've de-adjusted the handbrake cables on the underside, and now they've actually gone back quite a bit. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap. We'll lift that up. As you can see, when Ady lifts it up, it's got a lot more travel now. So, and off. So that's much better. What I'm going to do though, is still go underneath and have a little look and see what's going on, because we need to evenly distribute the cables. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit more. Right, so finally we've come to some sort of conclusion. Yeah, we've both been working quite hard on this. Ady was underneath adjusting the handbrake cables, and then what I've done was push back the handbrake levers as far as they'd go, so they adjusted, and yeah, then put the drums on. They were quite tight, but is what it is. So the handbrake's on now. If you want to release it, mate. You see that's loosens. Do you want to put it on like 2 clicks? Look at that, 2 clicks, that one's solid. Do you want to let it go? And I'll do the other side. This is the other side, completely free. If you want to put it up, there you go, 2 clicks, solid. So yeah, it's not too hard. On these cars, it's a little bit different to modern day ones because it's got this sort of a bias thing on the underside, but yeah, you just need to have a good fiddle about of it. You should get there. Right, so Ady's just looking for some new split pins, but really happy that we managed to get this done today. And I think we'll have a little chat with him in a minute about the car and a little bit of the history for some of you guys who aren't familiar with it. Right guys, so this is Ady, who owns the Mk2 Fiesta. If you aren't already familiar with it, it was featured in the Herbie's Diner videos. Go back and watch them if you want. And yeah, what I'm going to do is we've just done a bit of work on the car. Now got the handbrake working, so I'm going to pass you over to Ady, who's going to talk a little bit about the car in general and the engine, what it's running at the moment.
Right, hello YouTube. Yeah, I've had the car since 2012. I've had XR2s, Mk2 Fiestas since Noah. This particular one I got from Clarky, who's got the red mental drag car, in 2012. It was completely basic, right down to the long wave radio. Didn't even have a cassette with it. Since then, I've had everything off it. Now it's running a 2 litre black top. It's the second Z-Tech I've had. The first one I destroyed that. It's 2 litre black top. It has got Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R carbs, Dan ST inlet, Mega Jolt. It's been mapped by Randall Motorsport, pushing just under 170 horsepower. Minor headwork, all the usual bits and bobs, loads of custom bits. I did used to work for a Lotus tuner, and we did a lot of work with Lotus Elises, so I've incorporated a lot of the Lotus Elise bits from the Lotus world onto this. It's got Lotus springs on it, Lotus rear diffuser, various other bits and bobs. Yeah, that's that.
Alright, nice one Ady. So that's a bit about the engine and some of the past history. So if you want to tell us a bit more about the interior and the bodywork and
yeah, sure.
Like
It's been on a couple of different looks. If you go through back catalogues of Classic Ford magazine, it's been in Classic Ford magazine, it's been in Retro Cars magazine, it's been in Retro Ford magazine, but every time it goes into a magazine it changes. I can't leave it alone. Just recently, it's got a full cage in it. It just had a rear cage, but then I went and saw my good mate Mike FPE, and he got a front cage off him. Got a new set of big old Corbeau, I can never say it, big boy bucket seats. I've also got a sponsor, OBP Motorsport. They've been absolutely fantastic. They give me all the alloy equipment inside. I've got footrests, all manner of things. They've been absolutely fantastic. They're only up the road, so I go and see them quite a lot. Yeah, it's a toy. It's escape from reality, is what it is.
Yeah. It's a wicked car, isn't it? Yeah,
we all need that.
And definitely a joy to drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know from being in the passenger seat of this before that it was very exciting, to say the least.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Right, so it is quite windy today, so bear with if the wind does pick up, but we're just going to go for a quick little walk around, and Ady's going to talk about some bits as we walk around the car.
Right, as I say, wide arches. It's got 7x13 alley cats. They want a refurb. Polycarbonate windows all round. I've done a lot of cutting and stuff. It's lost its rigidity, but it does wobble a bit. As you can see, got the removable steering wheel. The seats, all the inside of the doors cut out, digital gauges and a very noisy fuel pump. One thing I've been working on as well as swapping things from Hondas and stuff like that. It's got Honda gear lever in it, gear stick if you will. Yes. Other bits and bobs. The rear strut brace, carbon, again through Lotus. More of the weight saving, just silly things like the holes in the bumper. Excuse, it's absolutely filthy. It's been in the garage for 6 months. Custom exhaust, custom rear diffuser. As I say, that's the Lotus rear diffuser. Filthy, but I make my own things like side skirts, the front splitter, stuff like that. I call it the ghetto range, and it's just, I make it out of nothing pretty much, but yeah, it seems to get the attention, and it seems to work. Mk2 Mitch sticker, hey. You've got to do that.
You've got a shopping list as well, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, all of these guys have helped me out. Fenland Old School Ford, if you check those guys out on Facebook, that's my club actually. I sort of helped run that. Cow's Restorations, he's helped me with some paint work on it. OBP Motorsport, I mentioned those earlier. KPS Services, worth checking them out on Facebook as well. Moving cars around on trailers, that sort of stuff. Gravely Garage, they're just my local MOT station, very good. Outlaw Motorsports has supplied some of the suspension. Nathan Orwell Photography, again, check him out on Facebook. And Herbie's Diner, that's where we hold a lot of our meats. Absolutely fantastic place, really good staff, and the food is to die for, so check them out.
Right, so Ady's just going to talk about this single wiper. I did actually spot it when I first saw his car for the first time, and yeah, I think it's really wicked and a cool little design, so she's going to talk about that.
Again, it's something worked on for years, and I've had it on a lot of my Fiestas. It costs practically nothing to do, straightening your wiper arm, messing about with the linkage, that sort of stuff. You get a full wipe of the screen, it goes through MOTs, absolutely no problems at all, and it looks cool, and more importantly it's different. You're not like every other Mark II out there.
Yeah. So Ady had a sun strip he wanted to install, and yeah, it's a bit of a two-man job. That looks wicked now. Really suits the car. And there we have it, my first interview on YouTube is now complete. Massive thank you to Ady for letting us do that short little interview. Really enjoyed it and loved looking around the car once again. As for that issue with the handbrake, he had fitted it all perfectly. The only thing there was the problem was just needed a little bit of adjusting, which we managed to do. And also gave him a hand fitting that sun strip, which I think everyone will agree suits his car perfectly. But I just want to take this opportunity to give a massive thank you to Ady. I'll whack all of his links in the description box below. Go give him a follow. And after this morning worth of filming, he's actually switching up the Mark II a lot. So stick around and be sure to check out his social medias to find out what's next. I will be doing some more interviews and showcasing some cars to you guys on my YouTube channel. However, for the time being, I'm just sticking to Mark I, 2 and 3 Fiestas, seeing as we're quite Fiesta based and orientated already. Remember, if you did enjoy this video and want to see some more, give it a like. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.